It was one of those nights where the air was thick with anticipation and the city hummed with life. Sarah never expected her life to change that evening, but fate has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. After a long day at work, she decided to visit her favorite cafe, a small, tucked-away place that always seemed to soothe her soul. She ordered her usual, a caramel latte, and sat at the corner table by the window. The world outside moved in a blur as she sipped slowly, lost in her thoughts. But then a voice interrupted the quiet rhythm of her evening, deep, smooth, and with just a hint of intrigue. Man's voice, low, warm. "Is this seat taken?" Sarah looked up, startled, and there he was. Tall, with dark hair that fell slightly over his eyes, and a smile that could melt the coldest of hearts. She hesitated for a moment, feeling the sudden electricity in the air. Sarah, smiling softly. "No, go ahead." Nobody had ever made her feel like this with just a simple glance. She couldn't help but wonder if he could sense the same connection. They began to talk, slowly at first, about the little things, the weather, the city. But soon their conversation grew deeper. Hours passed without either of them noticing. "Man, playful, do you believe in fate? Because it seems too perfect that we met tonight." Sarah laughed, but there was something in his voice that made her heart skip a beat. Sarah, teasing, "I don't know. Maybe." As the night wore on, their connection deepened. The conversation flowed effortlessly, filled with flirtatious banter and shared secrets. But it was more than just words. Every glance, every accidental touch felt charged with something neither of them could deny. By the time the cafe was closing, Sarah felt like she had known him for years, yet it was all so new, so exciting. "Man," whispering softly, "I don't want this night to end. Walk with me?" She hesitated just for a moment, but something in his eyes told her this was right. They walked through the quiet streets side by side, their hands brushing against each other until finally, his fingers intertwined with hers. The city lights flickered above them, casting a warm glow as they strolled in the cool night air. The conversation slowed, and the silence between them felt intimate, comforting. And then, under the glow of the streetlight, he stopped. Sarah turned to face him, her breath catching in her throat. His eyes, intense and focused, were locked on hers. She could feel the heat radiating between them, the pull too strong to resist. "Man," voice low, sincere. "I don't know what it is about you, but I've never felt like this before." Before she could respond, he leaned in slowly, giving her every chance to pull away. But she didn't want to. The kiss was soft at first, tentative, as if they were both testing the waters. But soon it deepened, full of passion, desire, and the promise of something more. When they finally pulled away, breathless and dazed, Sarah knew that her life would never be the same. This was the beginning of something extraordinary.